Imagine a world where financial crime doesn't just adapt, it evolves faster than humans can react. Where fraud isn't just committed by people, but engineered by intelligent systems, automated and scaled across borders and ecosystems. In this new era, old rules and old defenses no more longer work. Today, we explore how artificial intelligence, not just as buzzwords or research, but as real-world tools, is being deployed to fight this rising tide. We're talking about Anchain.ai, a company at the cutting edge of AK Satu for fraud detection and compliance, and why the latest strategic investment into this technology could signal a shift in how financial systems defend themselves in the digital age. This isn't just about finance, it's about trust, security, and the balance between innovation and risk. Let's dive in. Why this matters now. Financial crime is no more longer a fringe problem, it's a systemic threat. As traditional payments blend into digital assets, decentralized finance, and global payment rails, fraud pathways don't just multiply, they evolve. They become more complex, more opaque, and increasingly automated. What once required human coordination now runs through scripts, bots, and machine logic that never sleeps. Criminal networks are no longer constrained by geography, banking hours, or manual bottlenecks. They exploit the very weaknesses embedded in legacy systems. Slow human review cycles, fragmented data across institutions, and compliance frameworks built for a financial world that no longer exists. While institutions still investigate transactions after the fact, attackers operate at machine speed, moving value across wallets, chains, and jurisdictions in seconds. In 2025, Anchain.ai released a risk report that crystallized this shift. According to the report, AI-enabled fraud incidents in the crypto ecosystem alone contributed to losses exceeding $2 billion. And these were not simple scams or amateur phishing attempts. The majority of losses stem from coordinated, AI-orchestrated attacks, systems designed to automatically identify vulnerabilities, exploit them in parallel, and route funds through complex on-chain pathways before any human reviewer even realized something was wrong. These attacks do not rely on deception alone. They rely on speed, pattern recognition, and scale. Smart contracts are manipulated. Liquidity pools are drained. Funds are fragmented, bridged, and laundered across multiple blockchains, all in an automated sequence that leaves investigators reconstructing events long after the damage is done. This is what makes modern financial crime fundamentally different from the past. It's not just happening more often, it's happening better, more efficiently, more intelligently, more quietly. The sophistication and scale are unprecedented, and that reality places enormous pressure on every institution still relying on slow, manual, or rules-based systems. Traditional compliance models were designed for linear transactions and predictable behaviors, but today's fraud is non-linear, it adapts, it learns, it responds to detection mechanisms in real time, and when defenders move slowly, attackers simply move faster. This is why incremental improvements are no longer enough. Adding more analysts, more checklists, or more post-incident reports does not address the core imbalance. When offense operates at machine speed, defense must do the same. This is where AI-driven defense becomes not just useful, but necessary. But not just any AI. So but the code that the goal of all of them and the challenge isn't simply to automate existing compliance logic. The challenge is to build systems that can understand behavior, correlate signals across chains and platforms, and detect risk as it emerges, not days later, but in real time. Systems that can see patterns humans cannot, and intervene before losses become irreversible. Because in today's financial ecosystem, the cost of delay is no longer measured in hours or days. It's measured in blocks, transactions, and irreversible transfers. And that changes everything. What is Anchain.ai? At its core, Anchain.ai is Anchain Satu company focused on fraud detection and compliance, specifically for digital finance and blockchain ecosystems. Founded by cybersecurity veterans, Anchain has built tools that go far beyond basic rule engines. Their solutions include agentic AI Satu that reasons about behavior, not just rules, blockchain intelligence that tracks patterns across chains, real-time risk classification, and anomaly detection. Their tools are deployed across multiple sectors: banks, payment providers, traditional enterprises, and decentralized asset platforms. For example, N-Chain's payment screening tech has been integrated into Web3 wallets like MetaMask, where over 17,000 users rely on it to identify risk before transactions finalize. They're not just flagging issues, they're helping institutions investigate suspicious activity and recover losses. In one quarter in 2025, N-Chain helped recover over $60 million across cases involving social media fraud, platform impersonations, and asset theft. This puts them at the intersection of A-Satu, blockchain analytics, and financial crime intelligence, a space where demand is rapidly increasing. The new investment round. In December 2025, N-Chain.ai secured a new strategic investment round that immediately caught the attention of both the fintech and artificial intelligence communities. This was not just another startup funding announcement buried in headlines. It was a signal about where the future of financial security, compliance, and digital trust is heading. The round was led by high-profile backers from both the fintech and technology sectors. Investors whose reputations are built not on hype, but on decades of experience navigating complex financial systems. Among them was Chris Conde, a senior figure known for his leadership at SunGard and his deep involvement in the evolution of financial infrastructure. Conde's participation matters because his career has revolved around building systems that large institutions rely on every single day. His support suggests that N-Chain.ai's technology is not experimental, it is institutional grade. Another key investor was Emmanuel Valod, a blockchain and fintech investor with a strong academic background. Valod represents a different but equally important perspective. Someone who understands not only how financial systems operate in practice, but also how emerging technologies reshape them at a structural level. His involvement reflects confidence in N-Chain.ai's ability to bridge theory and real-world application, especially in areas where regulation, data, and innovation collide. The round was also backed by Amino Capital, a venture firm known for its focus on AI-driven innovation and fintech transformation. Amino Capital's portfolio has consistently emphasized technologies that solve foundational problems rather than surface-level inefficiencies. Their support reinforces the idea that fraud detection and compliance are no longer peripheral concerns. They are core challenges that define whether digital finance can scale safely. What is most notable about this investment round is not just the amount of capital raised, but who is backing the company. These are seasoned investors who view fraud prevention, compliance systems, and AML infrastructure as critical pillars of modern finance, not optional add-ons or regulatory checkboxes. In their view, financial crime is not a side effect of growth. It is an inevitable counterpart to it. As financial ecosystems become faster, more interconnected, and increasingly digital, the methods used by criminals evolve just as quickly. Fraud is no longer manual or localized. It is automated, cross-border, and adaptive. Traditional rule-based systems struggle to keep up because they are reactive by design. They respond to threats that are already known, already documented, already understood. This is where the investor's belief becomes clear. As financial crime grows in complexity and speed, institutions will face mounting pressure from regulators, customers, and markets to deploy defenses that operate at the same machine-level velocity as the attacks themselves. Human-only oversight is no longer sufficient. Static compliance frameworks are no longer enough. Artificial intelligence in this context is not a luxury. It is arguably the only technology capable of matching machine-speed crime with machine-speed defense. Akisatu systems can analyze massive volumes of transactions, detect subtle behavioral anomalies, and adapt to new patterns in real time, something traditional systems simply cannot do at scale. By investing in N-Chain.ai, these backers are making a broader statement. The future of financial integrity will depend on intelligent, automated systems that operate continuously in the background, safeguarding trust in an increasingly invisible financial world. This funding round is not just about expanding a company, it is about reinforcing the foundations of digital finance itself. What the tools do, beyond basic detection. Let's break down what makes N-Chain.ai systems different from traditional anti-fraud systems. 1. Real-time behavior analysis. Traditional systems use rule lists, If transaction greater than $X, flag. If country is high risk, flag. Ekasatu systems learn patterns, not just rules. They can identify when behavior deviates from an expected model, even if it looks normal on the surface. Kedua, cross-chain and multi-channel correlation. Financial crime today isn't siloed. A theft might move funds across several blockchains, convert into stablecoins, and then cash out via on-ramps. Akesatu tools like AnChains can track activities across chains and contexts, something traditional systems struggle with. 3. Explainable intelligence. One key difference for compliance teams, AnChains systems aim to provide explainable output, not just a score, but why a transaction was flagged. This matters greatly during audits and regulatory reviews. 4. Agentic AI capabilities. Unlike static models, agentic AI acts. It can automate investigation steps, generate reports, and even suggest next actions, significantly reducing manual workload. This combination of speed, context, and autonomy is what investors are betting on. It's not about replacing humans, it's about augmenting institutional capability amid volumes that exceed human capacity. Regulation and compliance pressure. Global financial regulators are increasingly calling for robust systems to handle fraud and AML. Across jurisdictions, rules require faster risk reporting, transparent decision trails, and scalable compliance frameworks. Ekesatu systems like AnChain.ai help institutions meet these demands, but also raise new questions. How do we ensure AI doesn't introduce bias? Who's accountable when an AI Satu tool misses a threat? How do we balance explainability with advanced predictive models? The regulatory landscape is evolving, but so is the technology, and sometimes faster than the rules that govern it. Institutions that fail to adopt AI-sick compliance risk not just fraud losses, but regulatory penalties and reputational damage. Real-world impact and case studies. The real proof of these systems isn't technical speeches, it's results. One high-impact use case involved the landmark Tornado Cash investigation, where AnChain.ai acted as an expert analytics partner, helping trace illicit flow through decentralized systems. Beyond blockchain, partnerships with traditional firms like PwC show that AI can dramatically accelerate forensic accounting and AML reporting, turning weeks of manual work into days of automated insight. These aren't isolated wins. They represent a larger trend in finance toward AI-driven compliance and defense, something that historically was done by armies of analysts. Challenges and ethical considerations. But building Ekesatu defenses isn't just technical engineering, it comes with ethical challenges. False positives. Ekesatu might overflag transactions, creating operational noise and customer friction. Explainability versus complexity. Highly accurate models can be opaque. Regulators and internal auditors demand transparency. Bias and fairness. Training data may inadvertently reflect systemic biases. Continuous monitoring is essential. Institutions need governance frameworks, not just smart AI. The goal isn't to outsource compliance to machines, but to integrate AI responsibly into human workflows. The broader trend, Ekesatu adoption in finance. AnChain.ai's success isn't unique. It's part of a global shift where financial institutions increasingly rely on Ekesatu across functions: fraud detection, risk modeling, customer onboarding, credit scoring, regulatory reporting. Banks, insurers, and fintechs worldwide are building or buying AI tools to handle risk at scale, not just because it's efficient, but because risk volumes have outpaced human capacity. AnChain's investment is a signal that this shift isn't experimental, it's strategic. What this means for the future. Looking forward, what does this tell us? Ekesatu isn't just automating tasks, it's reshaping defensive infrastructure. Financial crime no longer waits for humans to catch up, it moves at machine speed. Defense must do the same. Investments like this one into AnChain.ai show that the market values intelligent, scalable, explainable AI systems that can operate at enterprise scale across both traditional and digital finance. The future defense stack will likely be AI-first collaboration between humans and machines, data-driven, real-time decisioning, built for compliance, not just detection. And companies that lead this space will define who wins the battle against financial crime. X1 tools are now core infrastructure in finance. Fraud and compliance challenges are too complex for manual systems. Agencies, regulators, and enterprises recognize the urgency, and X1 is now the preferred strategy to meet this challenge. The era of intelligent financial defense isn't coming, it's already here. If you found this insightful, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell for deep dives into the future of finance and technology. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.